JD doing a Facebook Live from an elevator. This is a bit new. Let me just show you something. I want to show you some wow factor. Okay, let me just turn the camera around. Staying at this hotel in Adelaide at the moment. It's called the, it was a Sofitel hotel, okay, and it's called the something, Playford Hotel. Fantastic hotel, look at that, would you? That is just knockout. Now, the reason that I'm doing this Facebook for anyone who's interested or half interested in marketing is because this hotel has wow factor personified. We're talking like wow factor after wow factor. It's an old heritage sort of design, and downstairs they've got a little band playing at night time. Everything about it is just knockout. But the reason for my heading above or below wherever it was, wow factor followed by wow factor, is because eye for detail is really important in any business. And I'm going to take you into my room. I don't think Gail knows that I'm coming in here. Gail, hopefully my wife is okay. Yep, okay, she's good. Now, the reason I want to, by the way, hi Gail.
Hi everyone.
She's over here, someone, yeah, okay. Isn't this ridiculous world that we live in now with this damn Facebook Live? Everyone thinks they're Bert Newton and they just put these things on. Well, I'm no different, I'm sorry, get over it. I want to show you what I think is a fantastic hotel. It's a beautiful room, all that sort of stuff. But guess what? When we decided to have a shower last night, as you do when you come into a hotel, look at the size of the soap. Look at the size of the soap. I mean, that is the size of a bee's dick, okay? And there's a good chance that, there was two of us in here last night, of course, okay? It just depends what you do with this soap. There's a good chance it could disappear forever. So it's ridiculous. It's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. I mean, look at this. Okay, we're talking, like, I mean, big deal, it's got a lounge, got a TV, but it's a nice hotel, isn't it, Gail? It's sort of got the whole thing happening. And the desk said, oh, look, Mr. Dwyer, because you're so important, yeah, right, we're going to upgrade you. And I felt like going downstairs after we decided to have a shower to go out. I was speaking at a big function in Adelaide last night. I don't think I even told you where this hotel was. It's in Adelaide. By the way, I don't know whether you know, Gail, how stupid I am. I did a Facebook Live from the elevator. Luckily, no one else got into the elevator. But isn't that silly? Okay, this is the size of the soap. Goodness me, if you're going to be paying whatever it is, charge an extra $2 and give them a decent cake of soap. And the reason I bring this up is that if you own a business and you've got lots of wow factor like this place has, don't destroy it by doing something like that. That's crazy. I know that in my younger days when I was silly, because I'm not now, of course, I know everything now, but when I was in my younger days and I was silly, we were producing scratch ticket games, and I had a client at the time, Westfield Shopping Centres. They ordered at one stage $350,000 worth of scratch tickets off me, and because I was the only scratch ticket player in town, I probably had close to half of that as profit. Okay, so if you get a $350,000 job and I've got about half of that as profit, guess what this dickhead did? Do you know what I did? I was an absolute moron. I charged them something like a $1,200 freight, because I had to send the scratch tickets off to Westfields in various states. I decided to recover the freight fee, the delivery fee, which was a whole $1,200. I'm making $170,000 out of the $350,000 for scratch tickets, and this moron, that's me by the way, I charged $1,200 for freight. And do you know what the guy at Westfield did? He rings me up and said, listen, I think you're a nice guy, I think your scratch ticket designs and all of that are very clever, but if we're going to do business in the future, would you go and see a psychiatrist? Because you're an idiot. You're charging us $1,200 freight, we're giving you, $350,000. Tell you what, I learned a lesson out of that. I had a wow factor for a business. It was called Dynamic Ideas in those days. In fact, I wasn't too keen on the acronym. It was Dynamic Ideas Company, DIC, so yeah, I've moved on. But anyway, well, maybe it said something. I was so stupid in those days, charging freight, on a $350,000 job, just how stupid. And, how many times do you find that a big wow factor is destroyed by a little woe factor? And you know what, I think I've changed the world with this Facebook Live post. I think I've done enough now, so I'm getting out of here. You know that you've crossed the line, even at my age, and gone across to this ridiculous social media phenomena when you are doing Facebook Lives from a hotel elevator.
I can't believe you did that. I can't believe it didn't get cut off.
Yeah, okay, well, maybe it did. Maybe no one's watching this anyway. Maybe it cut out in the elevator. We came down to a client's function last night. I say we came down because we live on the Gold Coast, and this particular gentleman is building a lot of NDIS homes in Adelaide. And as it turns out, that's the National Disability Association. He's building specific homes for people with disabilities. It's a wonderful, wonderful business. It's a business called Cocoon. And Zafar Khan, who owns the business, or runs the business, he invited me to speak at a function last night. There was about 420 people there. It was a big function. And boy, oh boy, was it wow factor. He had, everything was on the big screens, multiple big screens. He had the proper music, he had entertainment, he had guest speakers, he had people from Parliament, all sorts of things. It was one of those big Logie Award sort of style ceremonies. And I said to Gail, my goodness, this guy knows how to do it. And he's one of our clients who you just wished you had more of him, because he just takes the ball and runs with it. We have a number of clients like that. I'm obviously in the marketing advisory business, and it's just wonderful when you do provide wow factor advice to these clients and they actually do something with it. I'm not taking any credit for this particular big event. He ran that himself, but he's an ideal client because he just does stuff. And drum roll, what do you think's coming up here, Gail, when I did the big sort of sell like that? Do you think a crescendo build of perhaps flogging my stuff? You got it. Okay. But wait, there's more. If you have a business and you're an owner of a business, you're watching this on LinkedIn or Facebook, or you're in Tanzania or Pakistan, because we do have quite a few clients in Pakistan, and you think that your business needs a wow, the opposite from this little cake of soap, then you've got the link above or below. You can see what our private coaching program's all about. You can go and have a squiz at it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Oh, look, you know what? I've got a new little tagline. I've got to use this. Only because in the game that I'm in, I do come across, some challenging clients. And I said to Gail, you know what, I think some of my clients are just like clouds. When they disappear, it's a beautiful day. And on that insult, I'm out of here. See you later. Hopefully none of my clients were watching this, Gail.